Alright, asikhulumeni ngayo ke i-SONAR. I-acronym le. So, omunye ngathi i-abbreviation, omunye ngathi acronym, but ke ka-English uyafundiswa there is a difference. And umehluko ulula. I-abbreviation, which means lo magama lawa abakhuluma ngawo benza njani ke? Ba shortenisha to make it sound different and shorter. Ishoko kalula. Like how we have in Kentucky Fried Chicken. We know it as KFC. Yeah, we have UFC, or USB, or SMS. Those are what you call abbreviations. Yeah, but how do we get the acronym? When the abbreviation makes a word. So we have things like SONAR. SONAR is one word, dang it. But SONAR is actually an abbreviation for Sound Navigating and Ranging. We are born to Sound Navigating and Ranging was abbreviated to SONAR. Kanti SONAR uwodwa is a name. Yeah, so when an abbreviation becomes a name, it is called an acronym. Yeah, alright. So, I guess it has again in you want to sound, navigating, and ranging. Yeah, so we are dealing with sound. Yeah, all with navigating and ranging. Ukhuluma lapho on the processes of locating izinto or finding out how deep or how long the distance it took for a sound to travel from the ship to the seabed. I guess so la sikhuluma ngokuthi we have izinto, let's just say ulwandle lolu, which means la ulwandle ukhona ngisho ofish yabo, khona no fish la, no Chinese things they khona nje, but ngaphansi ulwandle, which means la ngaphezulu you will have something esibiza ngani ngomkhumbi, khumbi, scape or whatever, yabo. So angikwazi ukudweba, ngizodweba kanje. Ngathi uyakwazi kahle ukubona. So lo mkhumbi lona la suke bekhona olwandle abazi ukuthi ku deep kangakanani. How deep is the ocean at that point? So they start using sonar to determine how deep it is. Basebenzisa sonar ukwazi ukuthi deep kangakanani. This is the seabed. Okusho ukuthi ulwandle lugcina la. Uyabo? Which means ngaphezulu amanzi wodwa. Bafuna ukwazi ubude bokusuka la uzuziyofika le ezansi. Ilo bude lo the distance h. Angisho njalo. Yabo? Yonke abafuna ukuyazi. Yabo? Or noma sithi the distance d whatever. So, what benza kanjani? Yini le bayenzayo? First of all, they start sending out a signal, the sound signal. And that signal, they know the speed, they know the wavelength, they know everything about the signal. They know this is seawater. We know what the speed of sound in air is 340, but the speed of sound in seawater is different. And low number leo bias. So what they do is they send in the signal. Nice signal is a license, and this is a solid pillar. So now sengena lete echo, it will reflect back. When it comes back, they record the time. Lesikhathi sokuthi iphinde inyuke. Angithi so isikhathi sebuye ngaso mase bas divide ngo2 because bafuna isisodwa. Leso sokwehla nesonyoko vesafana. Yabo? So benza njani ke manje? We know ukuthi phela v is equals to distance all over time. Angithi lento iqonda ukuthi shuthi distance is equal to velocity or speed times isikhathi. So lapho buka ispeed siyasazi, isikhathi sesiyasazi, so we can now get in the distance le. Yonke lo process is called sound navigating and ranging. Loya so comes from sound. You know what? Loya N lo comes for navigating. A and R ranging. Iyona lento suke beyenza kephi olwandle. So when you'll be asked to calculate the distance mhlasimbe, or maybe kwezinye indawo they will give you the distance and ask for the speed. You have now in physics, it depends on the question. So we will do imbuzo ekanjalo trying to figure out this distance d kufane njengokuthi wena usemkhumbini. Ngoba ukuzocalculate ayikho icomputer zovele ikhiphe li-answer cha. Usemkhumbini you have to calculate, which is why ama-physicists are found even on the ocean. Ngoba manje kuneyindawo whereby masufika kwi-distance ethize akumele udlalele kuyona because there are a lot of disasters happening around that area ngithi. So kumele bazi phela la bekhona kudeep kangakanani ukuthi sebedlulele yini kumncele la ngamele babe khona. Yabo? So if your calculations are wrong ungababulala abantu, if they are right ungabasindisa. Yabo? So kubalekile ukuthi uqaphele ubhalisisa uphendule ngokuqaphela okuphezulu because impilo zabantu is at stake. Yabo? Njengaye udokotela uma esebenzisa ultrasound le lo machine lo abawenza njani bawuthatha bawubeka phezulu kwesisu sengane. Iyo sokwenza njani? It will send ama waves straight to ingane, and when they reflect back the image will be portrayed kulesa screen lesa nokwazi ukubona ngaphakathi. Yabo? If le property yokuthi i-sound yakwazi ukureflecta back ayikho, we wouldn't have ama x-rays, we wouldn't have ama ultrasound. Yabo? Ngaba zikho zonke lezo zinto if sound did not reflect. If ama waves our reflects, we wouldn't have yonke lento le. So we should appreciate ukuthi ama sounds analeyo property because izinto eziningi siyakwazi ukuzenza ngayo lo nto le. So sesokwenza manje imbuzo based on iSONAR, which is a process whereby bafuna ukuthola i-distance below the ocean up until the seabed using a signal as a reflector on the seabed and come back to any wona lo mkhumbi. Asambe siyophendula. Okay. Now umbuzo manje ukhuluma ngayo iSONAR. So kuthiwa la a ship mkhumbi sends a signal to the bottom of the ocean, which means the mkhumbi njengoba ikujebele eqaleni wona lo ulwandle lolo ila gcina khona ini ulwandle. Now umkhumbi la lo mkhumbi lo ukhipha isignal ezoya la ezansi. Yabo? Yento abayishoyo leyo. And then wasikathiwani to determine the depth of the ocean. Uma it's the depth of the ocean baqonda ukuthi how deep is the ocean at that point. Baqonda ukuthi mawusuka la bekhona emkhumbini uya phansi egcineni kwalo ulwandle uhamba amamitha mangakanani. Iyona into esuke beyisho lapho. Okay. The speed of sound in sea water. Why be specify? Why bengathi the speed of sound is ba? Why bengathi the speed of sound in water? Why beze bethi the speed of sound in sea water? Ingoba desikhuluma manje ngokuthi ama solids, liquid and gases uma isound idlula kuyona the speed changes. Angithi? So this is not water, this is sea water, and the temperature olwandle ayifani temperature amanzi asempompini nakini. Yabo? So the speed is affected because the arrangement and the movement of ama particles awasafani. Yabo? So the speed of sound is asibhaleni phansi. Uyazi phela ngithi mina sibhale given number 1 speed says speed of sound is 1450 meters per second. Unit is right unit. If the signal is received 1.5 seconds later, how deep is the ocean at that point? So if le njobe sikhishiwe yehla yaze yabuyela la kumthatha isikhathi esi 1.5 seconds. Yabo? But if we want to know how deep the ocean is, we need isikhathi sokwehla noma sokunyuka kuphela. But what we know is the time of going down is equal to the time of going up. Isikhathi sokwehla salingana isikhathi sokunyuka, angithi? But siyazi ukuthi itotally ubani 1,5 noma sithi manje shuthi 2t is equals to 1,5. So t is equals to 1,5 divided by 2. Okuzoba bani u0,75. Yabo? Okay, lento uzoyenza as part of isibalo sakho. So number 2, you are given isikhathi as 1,5 seconds. Into emele siyibhale. Asuse lokhu because this is part of the explanation, not part of the answer. Alright. So, kulezi zinto ezimbili abasinikeze sona, they want d, the distance, angithi. So, what we know is speed is equals to distance all over time. Combine lento eh? Asisebenzise ngani? Nge-triangle. Wafundisa i-triangle ukuthi le speed is equals to distance all over time. Ikanje la triangle. Uline horizontal uhambiselana no divide. Uline vertical uhambiselana no multiplication. Masubambe nje lokho hawu. Ayikho into ezokuhlola. So, sifuna thina i-distance. So, sizomvala lo esimfunayo. Uma simvala kusala bani? Speed no time. So, the new formula is the distance is equal to the speed multiplied by the time. You're not formula it today. So what is our speed? It is 1,450 speed of sound in sea water. But the time is 1,5 seconds divided by 2. Why divided by 2? Si divide ngo 2 ngoba sifuna isikhathi sokwehla kuphela noma esokunyuka kuphela. Angithi bathe it was received. If the signal is received 1,5 seconds late, which means bayikhipha iyehle izizibuye. And isikhathi sayo yonke lonto is 1,5 seconds, which means isikhathi sokwehla nesikhathi sokunyuka siyalingana. Yabo? Which means why ingakho si divide ngo 2. So, this is 1,450 multiplied by 1,5 over 2 or 0,75. So, uthatha i-calculator yakho, uyayi-check-a ukuthi i-right in i-calculator yakho, ungabali ikwamanye ama-settings. So, 1,450 multiplied by 1,5 divided by 2. Sithola 1,087,5 meters. Yabo? So in lena, this is your distance yakho yobude bokusuka phezulu kuloya mkhumbi uzofika egcineni kwani kolwandle. La amanzi esengekho khona, la sekhona khona mhlasimbitshe or umhlabathi, but sekhona isolid lapho. Iyona distance yokusuka phezulu uzofika phansi le. Kodwa ngilalela. I-distance le yani, i-distance yokusuka phezulu uye phansi in meters. Which means if you were given in kilometers, you had to convert back. Ngoba speed is meter per second, that's 1 kilometer per hour. Ukube u kilometer per hour, nala uthola kilometers is fine. Kuyahambiselana kilometer no kilometer. But akwazi ukuthi kube kilometer no meter oyedwa kumele ashintshe. But in this case konke kuhamba kahle, ama units, ama measurements abasinike wona are in the correct units. Yabo? So ayikho into ekade izosixina ngale yondlela. Wena your job is to remember ama formula and remember how to manipulate lama formula using the triangle owayifunda. Yabo? Ukuthi uline horizontal goes with the divide. Uline vertical goes with the multiplication. And then what's left is to write down your formula ibonayo, you substitute and you get the answer with the correct units. Otherwise, ngisho ngayithola i-answer yakho manganayo unit wrong. Because we don't know manje ukuthi lento le osinika yona eyani. Uyaba? You need to show us ukuthi this is meters, therefore this is distance. Uyaba? Because it could be hours, it could be days, it could be seconds, it could be kilometer. Awusitsheli wena nthi yini le ukhuluma ngayo, ufaka inamba nje. Uyabo? Which is why ka physics i-unity ibalulekile kakhulu, which is why usazofunda ngama vectors and scalars. Okay, so makuwukuthi la kunegama ongala-understand ngicabanga ukuthi alawa abalekile siwachazile, but I will repeat la magama lawa athe ukubaleka. So a ship sends a signal. I don't think la a ship sends umkhumbi osenda isignal. Naye elinye igama le mesilicabanga. Le signal it is a type of wave, which means this wave will travel from umkhumbi straight down iziyofika phansi. Yabo? Iyona ke lo signal le. To the bottom of the ocean parts. Yabo? To determine ukuze bathole the depth of the ocean, ukuthi ulwandle lungakanani mawusuka eqaleni kwalo uziyofika egcineni kwalo phezulu. The speed of sound in seawater is speed se-sound somsindo kwamanzini asolwandle silingana no 1450 meters per second. If the signal i-wave is received, siyabuya emva kwama-second a-1.5. How deep ingakanani kanti i-ocean kulolo point? Yabo? Write down what we are given, use any triangle, get the formula, substitute, ungakhohlwa ukudivide ngo-2 and get the answer yakho. Usually isibalo esikanje could be 3 or 4 marks. Yabo? So akuyona into you should take it lightly, yabo? Asemphambili.